So my dirty little secret is that I've got about 6,500 hours in Dota 2. Don't worry, I'm a changed man, I'm a better man now, but that was part of my life for a long period of time. A solid chunk of the 6,500 hours was playing a mod called Auto Chess in Dota 2. And that just gripped, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. It was a blast. That brings me to the last flame that we're covering today. It's a roguelike autobattler. If you've never played an autobattler, because you just don't like the name for some reason, like, give them a chance. For me, I love this kind of stuff. There's metagaming stuff that you're doing more than just like the individual tactics. It's very cool. I have such a good time with this. This is a lot deeper than auto chess in Dota 2. From what I can tell. It's been in early access for about the last year, developed by Hot Loop and published by Surefire Games, who are also sponsoring this video, so thank you so much for that. It is now releasing into 1.0. I've gone through the tutorial, so I'm pretty much an expert at it. And we're gonna dive in here and just see if we can make it through. Can I? I don't know. You can unlock these things as you go, but we're going to start on Ascension here. I'm going to turn off the tutorial because I'll try to explain some things to you. You can also unlock additional difficulties after you complete the previous ones. And while this loads, I'll remind you, check out the link down below and you can get the game on Steam for yourself now. So I'm not going to treat this as like a total tutorial because like I said, I've only gone through the tutorial myself, but I'll try to explain a few things. So the first thing we need to do is pick 2 heroes. Now, you're looking at these like, I don't know what's good. And to be fair, I don't know what's great and what's not great either just yet. But there's a couple of things to be considering. So you can see all of their stats. They're pretty self-explanatory. You've got defense, attack damage, attack speed, critical strike chance, critical strike damage, and mana regen. Now, mana regen, I will call this out right away because you generate mana each time you attack, but if you have passive mana regen, then you gain it even faster. So he's gonna generate a mana every 10 seconds, which isn't a long time, but in a longer fight, that could add up. So we want to find probably somebody that could be like a good tank, and then maybe somebody that can be a good damage dealer. I'm looking at Silas off the bat here. So he specializes in protecting the party through self-healing. He also utilizes bleed on enemies. And I feel like their tooltip system, A, very, very good. B, very, very nice to look at. And C, most importantly, very, very helpful. So you get the little video of what it's supposed to do, which is pretty cool. But anyways, he's going to leech the HP off of nearby heroes and enemies, which is really cool. Now, this is his active ability. These are not things that we go in and just cast. They cast every time they have enough mana to do so. And then they also have passive abilities. So this guy, when the hero gets or is below 50% max HP, they inflict 8 bleed to all enemies. And if you hit tab, you can then get a further breakdown on all of the active keywords in the description, which is very helpful. So bleed is a debuff that scales well with attack damage, especially critical strikes. Every attack, heroes have a 25% chance to increase their attack damage dealt by 1.5% per bleed on the enemy. So this can kind of get out of control. And if you do critical hits, then they guarantee this effect, which is pretty sweet. They cast their spells when you fill up your mana here, and that's how this gets cast, so that's pretty cool. I think we're going to pick Silas, and I think I'm looking at this guy for straight-up damage dealer. There's some interesting, like, combo stuff that you can do. We have ethereal damage, you've got spell damage, and you have physical damage. All different types of damage that work in slightly different ways. I'm not going to get into all the details there, but I think we're going to go here. We get a little bit of extra damage on this guy. He gains 1% lifesteal per 3 missing HP, and he deals an attack to his current target with a bonus of 200% attack damage. Buff: if above 65% HP, he consumes 10% max HP to gain 15% max damage. And then that combos with this because if he's missing HP, he gets more lifesteal. So should be pretty interesting. And if we can stack damage on him, that would be great. We want to stack criticals on the other guy. So similar to something like Slay the Spire, we're going to start by picking a relic. If you pick up this relic, you gain 2,000 gold Upon entering combat, if you have more than 1250, all heroes get stunned for 2 seconds. That's probably okay to pick up early on, but I'm not going to take that. 10 trophies every time you gain an event. Now, trophies are used to upgrade your heroes, so that could be okay. Now, events aren't here everywhere. It's the exclamation marks that are events. So we could probably go up through here and hit 2, but then I also want to hit a campfire because there's some nice little benefits there. So, anyways, maybe we don't pick that one. After each fight, or when entering a campfire, if you're below 42 flames, heal for 16. So the flame is important because this is sort of a resource that you can spend at certain things, but also heals your units between rounds. So if this gets to 0, like, it's over. So this is kind of interesting because it could happen at each fight. So if you get lower, this could be beneficial. But right now, it's not going to do anything for us. Demon Claw. Elites lose 10% HP when the fight starts. When victorious against an elite, gain additional gold equal to 15% of your current gold. Huh, interesting. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to take the Sunstone. It's not going to do anything for us at this exact moment, but towards the end of the act and going into the next section, it's probably a good thing to have. Okay, so let's go through here. I want to get to a campfire first, and then, well, okay, maybe what we'll do is we'll go here to hit the shop, then we'll hit the campfire up here. Campfire does have some cool stuff, so let's see if we can make it through all these acts, but we'll start down here. Okay, so a couple of things to note. You're gonna have your 2 heroes out here. You can right-click on them to look at all their stats again. And this guy, he's kind of our tanky leecher dude. Now, what's interesting about this is you can place these guys around these heroes, around these enemies. You can also right-click them to see what their skill is gonna be. You can see they hit for an AoE. You can see how much HP and mana they have. There's also this thing here, this enrage timer. This is different in every fight. All enemies gain 15% attack speed, 15% attack damage, 15% spell damage, and some tenacity. And this is basically something that hurts you if the fights go for too long. So if you're creating builds just to, like, make you survive and never deal any actual damage, this is the game's way of saying, hey, we're gonna eventually try to kill you. And then you lose 6 flame per death. Now, your guys don't die and go permanently. They're going to heal using this flame later. Now, but what's interesting is, when you place these guys, you can see how it kind of taunts and drives them towards you. Enemies will always go for the nearest, unless there's something, like if you're equidistant, or if there's some type of taunt or something. But like in this situation, you can see when I place that down, he is going to face the last enemy, or his enemy, our last summon that we play. So I want him targeting this guy, and then our damage dealer is going to be in behind. I don't think there's anything for, like, flanking, but anyways, let's just start this. Our first few battles here, we should crush, okay? You get some rewards. Now in here, we're getting some gold. We're getting 3 trophies. We can recruit a hero. Now we can have 5 heroes active on the map. Then there's some additional things that you can, like, summon and have pets and stuff that do other things. But if we want to build kind of a balanced team, like having somebody specifically do support stuff is kind of cool. So they gain 25% ethereal amplification when the fight starts. Attacks deal additional ethereal damage equal to twice the amount of debuffs on the enemy. And this says this increases all active debuffs on enemies by 4. Now, if we look at our current heroes, in terms of debuffs, we only have the bleed thing here, but that's only if I get down to 50% HP. And then here, we don't have anything really. So I don't know if getting debuff increases here are the way to go. Vinrak has full moon, so self buff lasts for X attacks equal to half his max mana, so that would be 5. Gains ethereal amplification and attack speed. And then here, gains 20% ethereal amplification when the fight starts and deals an additional 30 ethereal damage. It's not bad. He's got decent defense there too. He's got pretty high attack. He's got decent attack speed. The only thing he doesn't have is this base mana regen, but I don't hate that. Plus, he looks freaking cool. And he's got really high max mana, which goes nicely with this, but the downside is that it takes longer for him to build that mana to then spend this, right? But anyways, let's take him. And now I've got 3. We also get to pick an item. So each individual unit has multiple item slots that we can equip them with. Ooh, this could be kind of interesting on Big Mana Boy. But like, so could this. 20 defense is no joke. 42 attack damage. You can see max mana is actually a negative, right? Because it takes longer to build up. So, man, 42 attack damage, though, is pretty massive. This might not be the sexiest option. We could also reroll this, too, if we wanted. But let's just take this. Now, a power staff, 65 spell power, reduced attack speed, 37 spell power, attack damage and defense on the heavy helmet. I think we'll just take that. So then what we can do is we can look at here. Here's all the different slots. So these unlock at rank 2 and rank 4, but we have 3 slots to play with right now. So if I took this mana book here and I put it in here, now he's got every 3.33 seconds he's going to generate a mana, which is not a lot right now, but as the fights get a bit longer, that's going to be great. And then we want to put this in our tank. So it's going to give a little bit of attack damage, but that defense, more importantly, is really quite nice. So let's go ahead and put this over here on Silas. Okay. You can also hit shift and it'll show you the active things there. There's ways to like swap these around between people. Also, if you go into trophy mode, you can click this and then you can add trophies to people. So this is our tank unit. Yeah, sure, we could trophy him up. And you can see it's adding 5 XP for every trophy. They also get 2 XP per fight. So, pretty cool. Lastly, before we just like start cruising through stuff, there's a little fight recap here. And you can see how much physical damage has been dealt. And that's pretty helpful to see what's going on there. Damage mitigation, damage taken, all of this. So, yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, and this, I should say, when you look at these, this is in values per second. So if you want to see, like, the actual thing, then you can toggle that off. Okay, let's proceed. So let's go up to here. And what do we got here? We got a giant bat who's going to deal 105 spell damage to its target and heal. So we want to get him down as fast as possible. And then this guy hits for that AoE, right? So my guy here, we're going to place him last. Let's place you somewhere down here, and we'll place you somewhere here. And then you go here. That's going to taunt this guy. Now, notice it didn't taunt him. There's a certain range at which it will, like, taunt and grab its attention. But I'm thinking these guys are going to clash, which is going to be neutral for a bit. These two hopefully go for him, and then they'll finish him off and come over to kill this bat. Yeah, that works out nicely. Okay, sick. This is a good start. Let's pick this one, recruit another hero. And what do you have going on here? Crit mastery is kind of cool. Summons creatures to fight. Like, I think having more creatures out there is generally more better. He's got a summon shield, Cora, I should say. Every 5 seconds, the hero gains 60 shield plus 15 shield per summon. That would kind of go well with him, but I can't take both. And then Bullet Storm. Deals damage to nearby enemies and heals heroes in the Bullet Storm for 33% of the total damage dealt. So you are you can kind of tank too while healing everybody. That's kind of neat. But I'm going to go over here with Okar, I think. Starts the fight at max mana. And then that casts wolves. So that'll cast right away. Summons 1 wolf, max 2. Grants X% of his attack damage to all his wolves. And you can see the wolf stuff at the bottom. And then critical healing. Every critical strike, the hero heals for 5% of the hero's max HP. And all summons by 2%. Okay, so we definitely want to go into crits with Okar, but let's take Okar, and then we can pick an item here. Now, these are recipes, and they get matched up with the items that you currently have in the forge. So we'll talk about that in a second. Let's see. Wearer gains 250 defense for 10 seconds, but they are stunned for those 10 seconds. Interesting. 10% attack speed. Every 2 attacks, the wearer gains a shield equal to 6 times max mana. It's not bad. Critical strike chance, 5%. The wears critical strikes inflict 1 burn on all enemies. I think I'm going to take this. Now, who's our crit guy? Not you. Was it you? Yeah, because you have that bleed, getting crits there could be nice. I think. And you also benefit from the crits. Maybe I'll give that to you. Okay, so let me look at... Let's look at our forge here. The thing is, I gotta match that with one of our current heirlooms. So I'm gonna lose a little bit of that defense, but that's fine. We'll forge this. And so now, on you, we have the Blazing Trident, but we're gonna put that over here so that you get the heals on all your summons and stuff. We'll see how it goes. We'll change that stuff a lot as we go through the run. Okay, big time spell damage here. 15% attack speed for the remainder of the fight, and he's gonna be hard to get to because I can't just like drop people in these red slots. So that might be a little bit of a challenge, but you're gonna be a tank and you're gonna drop a bunch of stuff. I want you in there as well. I feel like I probably don't need to be too crazy in like the positioning early on, but like later on it's gonna matter a heck of a lot more. So there's his wolf that he summoned. And you can also right click one and kind of track this. So every attack, the mana goes up, you can see what happens there. Now he reached rank 2, very nice. And we get to pick new skills or stat buffs at certain ranks. So the hero gains 20% ethereal amplification when the fight starts, and attacks deal an additional 30% ethereal damage. So ethereal damage, if you hit tab, additional damaging effect that is generally dealt after an attack is represented as teal in the damage meter. So you can see that in the top right there. So that might not be bad. For every 500 HP lost during this fight, the hero gains 10% lifesteal. Not bad. And War Machine, when the fight starts, the hero gains 10% lifesteal. Well, that's pretty good. After every attack, the hero gains 2% attack damage. Oh, that's... Yeah, let's take that one. War Machine there. Yeah, that's cool. I guess here's the thing. Maybe that isn't the way to go. Like right now we're killing everything too fast, but like at some point we do want him hitting that 50% threshold so that we can inflict bleed, right? Anyways, let's take that gold. We have some trophies. Now, is it best to just equally distribute trophies? I mean, probably. Trying to get up to that level 2 so you get those extra attacks is pretty sweet. Every attack, the hero has an 18% chance to stun its target for 1.5 seconds. That is huge. On cast, the hero gains 12 spell power, stacks 12 times. Stacks 5 times. Every critical strike, the hero deals additional ethereal damage equal to twice their defense to the target. I think I'm gonna go stunning attack. Now, what's interesting with these passives is there are certain points in the map where you can swap passives between people. So if we wanted to get like all the crit stuff on one guy, like that, you can do that. Ooh, this guy looks cool. XZ09, his super mode, self buff, gains lifesteal and attack speed, and then taunts the target. It's kind of nice. When the hero gets or is below 50% max HP, they gain a shield equal to 15% of their max HP. So similar to our other guys. So that would be another tanking unit. We have Ryu here. Deals damage in a line and grants shield equal to the damage dealt. Might be harder to line that up. And then we have Alec, who's a caster specializing in spell damage. Generally, spell power and mana regen are the best attributes for casters, although there are exceptions. He's got 3 mana regen. Burst Nova is cast around all of our heroes. See that? Dealing damage to nearby enemies and inflict 2 bleeds. There we go. Burst Nova scales with max mana, dealing 5% additional damage per max mana. Every attack has a 20% chance to generate 1/3 of the hero's max mana. Okay. Okay, Alec. I'm taking you. Now, I'm also going to take that book I'm going to put that on Alec. I just think we're going to get much more out of this crazy mana regen. And he'll be in the back of fights generally. Okay, what do we want to take here? HP and damage, mana regen. Again, it's not bad. And I could put it on him. Or we go critical strike chance and critical strike damage. Like, this is also very good for some of us. I'm going to take the Caster's Amulet here. Oh, another one. Jeez, crazy. I'm just going to take attack damage here. Okay, so let's give the Caster's Amulet. So now you're doing 1 mana every 0.91 seconds. Now we're talking. And attack damage we want on somebody, is it you? Yes. Deals an attack to his current target with a bonus of 200% attack damage. So we want to stack attack damage there as much as we can. And then you've got the critical strikes for your healing and healing your summons. So yeah, okay, let's go. Now, instead of the campfire, we're going to go to the store here, or the shop. And let's see what they have on offer. So you can buy new heroes in here if you want. But we get a lot of heroes offered to us, and I don't really know like who's awesome at everything, so I'll probably just pick something cool here. Devourer, 400% critical strike damage, but less critical strike chance. At 10 seconds, gain max mana, equal to 10% of your spell power and bonus attack damage, then gain 3 active casts. I don't know what an active cast is. I'm not sure. Ooh. 130% spell power, but you lose 600 HP when the fight starts. 1 mana regen. Gains infinite range, but their taunts are no longer effective. Wearer gains mana regen equal to how far they are from other heroes. Man, we could just go crazy on that. Hydra Sword, every 4 seconds, the wearer either gains 10% attack damage or 1 mana regen at random. The wearer's attacks have a 50% chance to inflict frost, and that means spell damage is increased by 2% per frost on the enemy. Every 3 seconds, the wearer gains spell power equal to twice the amount of summons on the battlefield. 20% attack speed straight up. Every attack the wearer has a 3% chance per shock and bleed on the enemy that has the most of these debuffs to gain a shield. I mean, eventually once we get bleed going, that could be cool. When the fight starts, the wearer gains 50% attack damage, but their max mana is increased by 50%. But I feel like that could go pretty well here. That's going to take them up to 7 or 8, which means this is going to trigger less frequently, but it's such a significant attack boost that it might be worth it. I'm buying it. And then I think I'm just going to snag, like, the Novice Bow for attack speed and attack damage. Attack damage here, and I'll take this Quiver as well, just so that I can fill up some empty slots, you know? So hero-wise, attack damage, we're gonna go right there. Boom, boom. We are gonna take the Quiver. Wait, where was that other thing I bought? Oh, was that a forge item? Yes, it was. Okay, so let's combine this with the Novice Great Axe. And then, so he's got both of those now. Max mana will go up to, I don't know if there's halves, so it's going to be 7 or 7.5. And then what I could do is give him attack speed and damage here, so that as he, like, we want his mana to fill up faster. I could just give him straight attack speed, but he can benefit from the damage as well. And then who else? Who should I give attack speed to? Let's go you, maybe. Because you gain Ethereal Amplification and attack speed off of this, so that we could get that going a little bit faster. Display traits here. Oh, that's nice. And display ranks. Okay, cool. Let's keep that on. Let's proceed. Here's our first event. So while exploring the area, you find an abandoned mine that is still full of ores and treasures. You wonder to yourself, why is this mine left behind? But very quickly you get an answer when you find rooms full of dead bodies laying everywhere. You start to feel suffocating heat and fumes of this place. So you can mine and get 450. You can mine excessively, get 700 gold, but get cursed. Which means all heroes lose 25% attack damage and 25% spell power when the fight starts for 2 fights. I think we could deal with that. For 2 fights? I think we can handle that. We could even skip this elite here and go up here, do this and do this. Skip these 2 elites. See what happens. Okay. Big Uzi guy summons a slime that has a 33% of its max HP and 50% of its attack damage. Slime has no ability. Ugh. Okay, so we want to take him down really quickly. This guy hits in an AoE, so somebody one-on-one there would be better. This guy hits one-on-one, and then this guy hits in that AoE. Okay, interesting. So, what we could do is... Oh, and then we have this guy, Skeleton Archer. Where's my big damage dealer? It's you, right? Put you here. You go fight that guy. You're a tank. Let's have you tank those 2. And then we'll put people on opposite ends here because he hits in this, like, AoE thing. I don't know if he's gonna... Maybe he does hit all the way around him, but it looks like he's only hitting in front. And let's just see how this goes. I want you in the back so you can be casting your Burst Nova. You can inflict those bleeds. Oh my god, that is nasty. So he did get a slime out. You can see some of our guys are getting a little bit low here. We might actually lose this guy. It's going to be close. Oh, that little bit of last-minute heal there. Now, remember, we're nerfed right now. We're nerfed by 25% attack damage and spell power. So, let's take this. We get an item. So, these are all recipes. Attacks have a 14% chance to stun the wearer's current target for 1.5. I like that a lot. Whenever the wearer is below 60%, they heal for 4% max HP every 3 seconds. That could be pretty nice for some of our tanks. But stunning, I think, would be sweet. Now, there's also these lock things. So you can lock this so that when you re-roll, it keeps that. Or you can just lock it and get it later. So if you're like, man, I really want these 2 things, you can lock this. And then it should show up in the next deal if I wanted to take this. But I think I'm just going to take the anchor. Okay, so let's go to the forge. Let's combine this with something. Who's got my fastest attack speed? So 0.9, 1.21. Okay, so you. Which means you should be taking that thing. So maybe I'll put it on the small quiver, which makes a lot of sense, obviously. Because, yeah, we just want whoever's going to do the most attacks, basically. Okay, cool. Let's proceed. Apologies if I'm, like, over-explaining a few things here, but I just figure you'd probably want to know how things work. All right, so let's put you back here. Where's our big fighter? We're going to put you... Well, hold on. Yeah, so we'll put our fighter here. Tank there. Other tank-ish here. That's going to draw them. And then I'll put you here. It's cast... So he actually doesn't even need to be in range of anything. It just gets cast on all heroes. Right? So, yeah, that's fine. Let's go. And he does just do his normal ranged attack stuff. Then you can see, like, the bleed stuff stacking there. All the debuffs being applied. These guys are, like, mega healing now. Love it. All the little icons, too. I know it's a lot to take in, but it tells you what it's doing, which is pretty sweet. Okay. Every 2.5 seconds, the wearer gains spell power equal to their max mana. 35% heal received. The wearer gains 3% heal received for every frost on the enemy with the highest frost. Fine. When the wearer's spell power is equal or above 100, the wearer gains 4 mana regen. I'm going to reroll these. Minus 10 attack damage. Gains additional ethereal. 1 attack speed for every shock on the enemy with the highest shock. We don't have a lot of things that are impacting shock just yet. Lifesteal and magic steal. When the wearer receives damage from any source, they gain 1 attack damage and 1 spell power, and then they just have 5% lifesteal and magic steal. That might be good for you. Oh, but this is for spell power, not ethereal. Oh yeah, but spell power can be, that can work. Because you can look down here in the calculation, it's 35% base plus 0%, 0 being spell power, SP there. Yeah, sure. What item do you have? I don't have another base item to give to you. I suppose if I give this to you, that's not great, because you're not ever going to take damage. Maybe I just give this to our tank. He doesn't have any items yet, though, which is kind of a bummer. I'll give you this, just so that you can have something. And then you can benefit from that Amulet of Justice. I love that forging system, man. Very, very cool. Okay. That curse is now gone. We're going to go to the star enemy here. Advanced tooltips. While hovering over any tooltip, you can hit tab or middle mouse to display its advanced. Yes, I've already explained that, so we're good. This guy's a little stronger. 235 spell damage to nearby foes in front. Skeleton archers, fine. Let's go. I'm gonna have you kind of work your way through here. You're gonna sit in the back. And then, if I put these guys over here and I put him here, he should engage. I don't know if these guys will necessarily... You want to place him last so he gets the kind of taunt there. I don't know. Yeah, they're all going to run at him, which is not ideal, I don't think. We are taking him down very quickly, though. But I think we're going to lose this one. Yeah, we lost him, which is fine. Okay, so we have 81 flame there. Take this, pick an item. I think this heavy helmet's pretty nice balance. Straight up 320 HP, I don't hate. And let's choose a reward. So here we can swap passives, which is cool. Or we can gain a new hero and get 4 trophies. Before I do that, are there passives that we may want to swap? So for example, if I put this ability, well, he's already kind of tanking for us, so maybe not. Maybe this stunning attack could go over here. Because then we also have this chance to stun. So 18% plus 14% on the fastest attack speed. So we would swap 2 passives between your heroes or from 4 new random passives. So does that mean I lose this? I might, which might not be great. But you know what? Let's just try it. Oh. Oh, I don't get to pick? Default passive cannot be swapped. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I didn't know that because I hadn't swapped these before, but that's interesting. So it's only of the guys that are at level 2 where they're getting those extra passives. So what I could do then, let's level some of these guys first. Let's see. When the hero gets or is below 50% max HP, they gain a shield equal to 15% of max HP, which is not bad. Giant Potion. On cast, the hero gains 1 spell power for every 150 max HP. Every 4 seconds, the hero heals the lowest HP hero for 60 plus 50% spell power. So now we're really incentivized to get his spell power up. I think we'll take that. And I like that it just casts it on the lowest HP hero, so you don't need to think about it too much. Now for Alec here, our support caster, critical strike chances increased by 5% of their current shield. When the fight starts, they gain 150 shield. Every 4 seconds, the hero deals spell damage to its target and nearby enemies equal to 15 times mana regen. That's actually quite good. Whenever you generate mana with mana regen, deal ethereal damage equal to 65% attack damage, which is pretty low, which can crit by default even without Omnicrit. Omnicrit's a whole other thing we'll get into if it comes up later. But every second you get damage for 20 HP. I'm interested to have you try the Astral Staff here. And then let's go to you. Here's Omnicrit. Okay. So, Omnicrit means ethereal damage, spell damage, and the hero's active ability, including heals, shields, and stat buffs, can now also critical strike. The chance to proc an Omnicrit is based on critical strike chance, and its effectiveness is based on critical strike damage. Example, if an Omnicrit procs on an active ability that gives a buff of 15% attack speed, if the hero has 200% critical strike damage, then the buff will now be 30% attack speed. Very neat. Very, very neat. For every 15% missing HP, they gain 1 mana regen. And on cast, all summons, gain attack damage equal to 12% spell power. You don't really have any spell power right now. Let's just go Omnicrit. Yeah. Now, if I wanted to, let's just look at this. I'm just wondering if I can get that. Like, if I swap these two, that would let me put the stunning thing over here with the anchor. It's just that this isn't going to be that good. Still going to heal somebody for 60 plus whatever, but you eventually probably get more power there. But you know what? Let's just try it for fun. How do I actually swap these? Select the passives that you wish to swap. It can be a swap between 2 heroes' passives or with a new one. Oh, reveal passives. Got it. Hero gains an additional item slot. When the fight starts, the hero summons 2 blue drakes, which do not attack and die when the hero dies. The hero gains 4 spell power per summon on the battlefield. So they don't attack, but they would take damage. Ooh. Hero gains 12 spell power, stacks 5 times. I mean, so that could be pretty good with this, but you're swapping these, remember. I think I'm just going to stick to my original plan, swap these, and we will move on. Plus 320 HP. I should put that on my OG tank here, I guess. And then for the helmet, where do we put this? It's attack damage and defense. You do want attack damage here. So I think that could work. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of mulling over my options here. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay. So now we can go here or we can go to the campfire. We're gonna go to the campfire because we get to learn about origins. So origins are these global team buffs or effects, and you can pick or swap them at the campsites. You can also rest, you can enchant, or you can re-roll. So let's take a look here. Heroes and effects inflict twice the amount of frost enemies. We don't have a lot of frost stuff. Mech, for every 4 critical strikes done by the team, deals spell damage split between all enemies, equal to 400% of the team's spell power. We don't have a ton of spell power. All heroes gain 1.5% attack damage for every stack of frost in the enemy that has the most frost stacks. Again, we don't have a lot of frost. Ooh, this could be good. All heroes gain critical strike chance equal to the team's bonus mana regen. And we have that huge stack on Buddy Boy over there. Excess critical strike, if above 100%, becomes 3% critical damage. Whenever a hero gets below 60% HP, the hero gains 30% of the attack damage of the hero with the highest attack damage and 25% lifesteal. Dude, that's cool too. Time shift, all heroes gain full mana, and the lowest HP hero gets healed for 25% of the spell damage done during this effect. Whenever a hero gets below, all heroes enter time shift. These could be pretty neat. I'm just not sure which one would be best. I feel like going below 60% HP and then getting all this extra attack damage and lifesteal is pretty awesome. Let's pick that. Now I get to do 2 actions. I'm not going to heal. I think we're going to upgrade a rare item into an epic. So let's go ahead and take this one. So that's now an epic item. One piece of feedback that I have is when you enchant this, I'd like to see the change to that item right away, because otherwise you have to go in here and see what it does. So now it's a 28% chance to stun. Plus we have this 18% there. Pretty cool. Let's do another one. Let's go on... Well, hold on. Maybe what I should do here, instead of doing this again, maybe I'll just heal for 25. That takes us right back up. And we're going into this. Okay. Chainer Demon. So, he has 2 things that he does, 2 actives. He casts Chaotic Eruption, dealing 765 spell damage split between heroes hit. He casts Chaos Eruption and then Death Chains immediately. So Death Chains, he stuns and chains the highest damage dealer in the party. So if we look at this, highest damage dealer is going to be Zico here. So he's going to stun and chain him. The chains have 20% of the Chainer Demon's max HP, and all damage dealt to the boss is also dealt to the chains. If the chains are not destroyed within 6.5 seconds, the chained hero takes 99% of their max HP as damage. This damage does not get mitigated by the hero's defense. So what this means is if you only have your damage on one guy, which we kind of do, but we're not all in on just one guy, then the other guys won't have enough damage to kill those chains, and he'll probably just get deleted. But anyways, for here, what we're gonna do, you're definitely going like out in this direction. You're the one who I want in there attacking. You also need to be attacking. You need to be attacking, and then I'm gonna have you be the taunter. And the one we were going to keep our eye on is here. I don't know if there's any exclusions, like maybe these guys can't get stunned or something, but let's find out. I mean, this is so far working extremely well. There's our second wolf. There's the chain, so you can see the chain damage here. We got rid of that. Oh, hell yeah. We are crushing. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. Oh, I kind of forgot about our sunstone. See, I could afford to go a little bit lower. All right, we're going to get a bunch of trophies here, a bunch of gold. We can recruit a hero for free, so let's take a look. My question is now, do I try to like... Ooh, you apply stuns. Do I try to bring in heroes that I might want to replace? I kind of like my hero build right now. So you would get spell power, and then you're going to do Chaos Bolt. Cast towards the furthest enemy. Damages and stuns the first enemy hit for 2 seconds. Huh. And damage scales with distance traveled, dealing more damage the further it travels. That is kind of cool. And it's a guaranteed stun. Yeah, okay. Kasara. The thing is, you can only have spots for 6, so, you know. Let's pick an item here. These are all recipes. Ethereal Amplification. We're not dealing shock, really. Max mana is increased by 50%, but 130% spell power. 5+ max mana. Stuns done by any hero reduces the wearer's max mana by 1. only be reduced down to 3. Interesting. Let's re-roll this. Doubles the amount of debuffs that the wearer applies. Could be kind of interesting if we put it on the bleed guy. Spell power. Every 3 seconds, the wearer heals 150% spell power. Additionally, when the wearer overheals, they get a shield. The wearer gains the default passive of all other heroes on the battlefield. What? I'm just taking that because it seems insane. Then we get a relic. When you obtain a rare recipe, there's a 25% chance that it gets upgraded to epic. The shop no longer offers epic. They are replaced by rares. Firewood. You have an additional action at the campfire. I don't hate that. Pyramid. 75% of the gold that you currently own, but it's a single use. That's pretty good. Cup of blood. Your flame cannot be reduced below 1 during combat. Losing a fight makes you lose 5 flame. You can't lose the run unless you lose a fight. Additionally, after each fight, if you have below 15, then you heal for 5 and gain 2 trophies. And when you enter a campfire, you heal. So this is interesting, but it might not trigger much because of Sunstone. I think I'm going to take the firewood for the additional campfire actions there. And then let's go into trophy mode here. And let's buff you. So now he gains lifesteal, attack damage, defense, or mana regen. We want to just go attack damage here because of the flip strike. We want that damage being as high as possible. And then I can also apply this to our tank. Now for you, your Bat Storm leeches HP of nearby enemies. What should I give you? Additionally, the first time each fight that this effect triggers, the hero also gains full mana. So then you, as soon as this triggers where they get 8 bleed on the enemies, then you get that triggering right away. If I give you the lifesteal, which we already have here, that means this isn't going to trigger as much. But also having the lifesteal when you're lower is kind of sweet, right? Because then you're just going to go way back up after Bat Storm and more lifesteal. But I think, you know what? Let's just take damage. Let's just take the damage. All right. Okay. Forge, we've got this thing. Now, who would benefit the most from having the default passive of all other heroes? So if we look here, so lower HP impacts that bleed, right? 1% lifesteal per missing HP. 20% ethereal amplification. Every critical strike, the hero heals for 5%. Every attack has a 20% chance to generate 1/3 of the hero's max mana. And I don't know if you would benefit from that. Yeah, it's only of the heroes on the battlefield. Man, I kind of feel like somebody else having vampiric instincts could be really cool. Like if I put that on somebody like Okar, that could be kind of neat. But I also need a weapon. I could just give it to you. And hope that you, like, never die. You're gonna get all the other things, too. So if I put it on the Novice Great Axe or the... I mean, I'll put it on the helmet as it's defense-based. And then I could eventually move that around to others. Yeah, that's gonna be very intriguing. Okay, cool. Guys, Act 2. Let's begin. So, what's our run gonna look like here? Campfire, or I've got a lot of money. I should probably go to a shop. If I went to this shop here, I go here, I have to fight this, have to fight an elite, then I could go here, and then I could go straight up through here. And if things are bad, I could go to the campfire there. All right. Stone Demon, 415 spell damage to heroes in a cone in front of him. Okay, well that's not too much of a problem then. Let's put these guys all behind. And then you're gonna taunt this way. Go. Now these stars beside them dictate kind of their level, or their intensity. Okay, that was pretty sick. How do I close these? Gold, item. 4 defense per max mana. 30 defense plus 100% shield received, but I'm not giving a lot of shields. When attack damage is at or above 160, that would be you. But I don't know if you just got something. I don't know if this just triggered. 'Cause that seems really high right now. 20% attack speed and lifesteal for the remainder of the fight. And I could just put that on the Great Axe, so I think I will. This is the cool thing about these item recipes, is like, yes, you could just throw it onto anything, but you also have to pair it with something that's hopefully gonna make some sense. Let's just level out your leveling a bit. Let's proceed. Okay, to the shop. I don't know if I can get... I don't know if that must be a bug. Okay. The wearer gains infinite range, but their taunts are no longer effective. Every second, the wearer gains 5% attack speed. Oh, Wanderbot. I'm pretty sure this is a YouTuber. Probably did videos on this early on. That's cool. 5% attack speed and 5 spell power for every hex range between them and the closest hero. On cast stacks reset. Infinite range. Critical strikes. Deal ethereal damage to 10 times the debuffs. In those longer fights, they do get a lot of debuffs. Ooh. Okay, so the wearer loses 50% attack damage at the start of the fight. But if I put that on, like, you, your attack damage is already kind of crappy, but I'm just basically getting you to stun stuff. I think I'm going to take that. Now, I do need an item to pair that with on you. Whoops, I did not mean to buy that. That's fine, whatever. I'll give you this. When the wearer gets below 40% HP, they gain 100% bonus defense of all other heroes. Can only happen once per fight. Yes, but if I put that on my tank here on the guard's armor there, that could be pretty sweet. Ooh. When the wearer receives damage from any source, they have 60% chance to inflict bleed to all enemies. Yes, I will take that instead. Okay, I got 353 left. Every attack, the wearer heals the lowest percent HP for 2 times max mana. Yeah, okay, we'll take that too. Okay. So now, how do I want to combine these? So we said we're going to do this heavy armor with the attack speed. So you're going to take that. So crazy attack speed coming out of you. Max mana, yes. But again, we're just trying to get this attack speed going so that we can stun more often. Spell power and mana regen. We're going to put that on you. Now you've got some spell power there. And then I could enchant that mana book Or maybe this amulet. Yeah, let's enchant the amulet. And then lastly here, just make sure that that's on the right guy. So on Silas there. So we have chances to bleed all enemies. 60% chance anytime they receive damage. That's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna be disgusting. Okay, so I must have like a little bit of a bug here. I'm just gonna save this and then I'll reload 1 sec. Okay, we're back. So we got orc warriors that deal poison gas to nearby heroes. Then I got this little flying abomination in the back. Sends a beam to the furthest hero that deals 505 spell damage. The beam can be intercepted by other heroes. So if they're in like a line here. Damage scales with range, dealing more damage the closer the target is. Oh, that's neat. He's just trying to hit the furthest unit. So I want to put like, where's our caster here? Yeah, I want to put you down here. I'm gonna put you over there. You here. You here. And I'll put you here. This is our tank, who's taunting this guy now. Although, I put him there, he's getting hit by both. Spell damage. $1630. Yeah, so maybe I'll put you here to block that, and then I'll retaunt with you. Something like that. There's those stuns. Oh my god, that is nasty. We've got a build happening. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. 56 spell power. I do feel like I should pick this up because that's something that we're just lacking on the whole. And I could take this too, attack damage and spell power. So now, for somebody like you, who wants that spell power, that could be good. You too. Inflicting the bleeds. You can benefit a little bit. Attack damage granted to wolves. Spell power based. So I went there. 4% of spell power. It's not bad. What if I gave you this? So attack damage granted to wolves 27%. Versus if I put this like here. Maybe that would be better. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so now we're really split. We'll keep you over here. So our two tankiest are Vinrak and Silas. So I'll put Vinrak in here. You here. You go here. And you're like our biggest damage dealer. We just got to make sure we retaunt with these guys. Now, interestingly, I can't draw both, so what I should do is place you like that, and then place you like this to taunt that guy. We're taking quite a bit of damage back there. Okay, that was interesting. Let's pick an item. Every attack, the wearer has a 1% chance per burn and bleed on the enemy to stun the target for a second. We could give that to our boy again, our super stunner here, but I need a weapon for him. I don't need to dismiss a hero. Not yet. Per summon. We only have like those 2 wolves coming out. I would need like a... a weapon. Swapping passives, I don't think I'm going to do. I'll gain a hero mainly just for the trophies here. Lightning Spear. Deals damage in an area centered on the target. Scales with bonus max HP. So your range, but you have 1700 HP. Lower than average defense. Orion does do shock, which could kind of be interesting. Every 2 attacks, the hero inflicts shock. It's a debuff that scales well with stuns and fast casting heroes. On cast, heroes have a 1.5% chance per shock to stun their current target for 1%. So I guess this is a thing where you could, like if I take this guy, the next time we have something like that where we get to swap passives, then maybe I can swap it with these guys. And I could take this thing here. That could be very cool, putting it on Vinrak, right? Anyways, we'll see if it works that way. Am I feeling competent? I mean, it's a good test. Oh my god. It's a good test. Big Uzi guy. He's going to have those little slimes. Reapers. Targets the hero with the lowest HP with a Death NATO, dealing 145% damage to all heroes struck. So low HP is probably Alec, right? Sure is. So I need to make sure that there's not a big line of people running to him. I feel like I need to get rid of those guys fast, those Reapers. That's kind of scary. Put you back here. You're gonna go here to tank this. And then I'll put you here. So these guys are gonna swing things out like that. Tough to say. Oh, we are wrecking that guy. Quick, quick. These little slimes, though, this could be a bit of a problem. Keep going. This guy's got mega bleed. Okay, we're pulling this off, and nobody's dropping, man. It's pretty cool. All right. Attack speed. Every 2 attacks, the wearer heals for 5x the amount of bleed and frost in the enemy. Yeah, we can do that. And an overall relic here. 1 attack damage for every 50 gold they have. Interesting. Team size increased by 1. All heroes get +1 max mana when the fight starts. I feel like that's really good, though. I mean, Troll Mace is nice. Just 20% attack damage boost across the bat. And this one's good, too. 3 bleeds every 4 seconds to all enemies. I'm going to take the team size increase, though. Like, that seems incredible. And then we'll take this guy. Lifesteal equals to 15% of defense. Every time the hero critical strikes with an attack, they summon a water elemental, max of 3. If 3 are already summoned, increase their attack damage by 2. Yep, sure. And then, let's go here. So, Okar, 10% magic steal. Yeah. We're only having these on here to boost wolf attack damage. Critical strike chance could be okay because we want critical hits there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then let's get you. Spell power. Probably the way to go. All right. Now we could go here because we have those extra actions for the campfires, right? Let's do it. Origin-wise. So right now, we have this one. I think this is swapping, right? So I could leave that. All heroes gain lifesteal equal to 1% max HP. The hero with the highest max. I think I might just leave that. Oh, I see. Can re-roll the available origins. But yeah, I think I want to leave that one. That's pretty good. We're just going to enchant a bunch here. Maybe I'll enchant twice and then rest just to be safe. Rare into epic. Let's go here on this attack speed. It's 50% right now. I want to see what that's going to do. 100. Daddy like. Let's do the healing pouch. Try to keep people alive. Yep, I don't hate it. And then I'll rest here and proceed. Okay, let's do another elite. Always targets a hero with the lowest HP, so we know what's going to happen there. When a hero dies, Big Angry Guy gains 25% movement speed, 20% attack speed, and 10% lifesteal. Yeah, so he's going to be going for Alec. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to protect Alec. Oh, and you can come out now. That's right. Then our tank there. So, I don't... Yeah, I'm just wondering if, like, maybe I do this. Yeah, okay, so he will find a way, I guess. But look at all these... The stuns should be pretty menacing here. Look at this. Oh my god, it's gross. Oh, it's disgusting in the best possible way. You can also speed this up if you want, but I feel like when you're learning this stuff, it's much easier to just keep it on normal speed for a bit. -1 max mana. Maybe put that on Alex so he's casting this Burst Nova. Every attack, the wearer heals the lowest HP for 4 times max mana. I almost feel like I should be putting this... Yes, it's got the magic regen, which goes with some other stuff. But I kind of feel like this could go on our fast attack guy. Because he's at 1.73. If I put this here, takes him to 1.77. So he's getting even better off of this. And every time he attacks, I heal the lowest HP % hero for 4 times max mana, which is insane. So yes, that should absolutely go there. I'm glad I caught that. That means he's pretty much kitted out for right now. Silas, I could tank him up more. I've got some potential magic stuff. You are pretty weak. HP leech per target. You could use some spell power and the defense. I think that actually works for you. Spell power and HP. Who else could benefit from attack speed? Probably you, because of applying this shock. Let's get you that quiver. I'll give you this, and I'll give you this, Silas. I guess what I should do is, like, dismiss her. Well, maybe not, because I don't get anything back. Right? So I guess you can just sit there. And we get a Relic. 70% ethereal amplification. All heroes gain 6 attack damage for each summon. 50% per frost. Oh, hex tile buffs are neat. So these are obtained by the hero that's on the hex tile at the start of the fight. Hex tile buffs change position at random between fights. So you get to place people on these hex tiles at the start and they gain 85 defense. I'm going to take that. All right, sweet. Let's continue. We have an event. Fabulous trophies can be won if you can actually outrun these athletes and don't just sit all day playing video games. Calm down. You realize that you weigh too much and then you have to drop an item in order to gain some speed. Gain trophies depending on the rarity of the dropped item. Gain 2 copies of this relic. All heroes gain 1 spell power for every 50 gold that you have. All heroes gain 1 attack damage for every trophy that you have. Ugh. None of these are particularly great. I don't feel like dropping any of our rare items. I don't love this. I'm more likely to have gold, so I'll take the pendant. Now, we need to forge a couple of these things still. So burn and bleed. Per burn and bleed on the enemy to stun for a second. I think I might... I can't give that to you. Maybe I'll put that on the Harvester Shield. And then I've got attack speed here. Every 2 attacks, the wearer heals for 5 times the amount of bleed and frost on the enemy. That could go where? You were already full up on attack speed. Putting it on Alec could be okay. Actually, we'll put it on Orion's small quiver there. Okay. To the shop. Is there anything in here I might want? 2% attack speed equal to the most, or to the total of debuffs on the enemy with the most debuffs. Stacks up to 110%. Jeez. That's so sick, but... what? I'd have to replace something here. I feel like that healing pouch on him is really good. Assassin's Knife is really good. And Anchor is really good. So it is kind of a tough call. I could just be looking for stuff for you. Because you want attack speed as well. You want attacks and you want crits. I'll take this, and I'll take... It's not a lot of great things here, but let's take that. I'll forge this. And then you can take that. Okay. Then... we're here. Okay, shift to display items. I kind of showed you that already. Here's those 2 elephant boots defense slots. What is this? Okay, so first of all, I got trophies that I want to give out. Let's get you up a bit. Let's go attack speed. And then you. I'm going attack speed with you too, for sure. Okay, so what are we learning here? Explodes every green slime alive, dealing 410 spell damage. It's a slime god. To nearby heroes, and healing him for the same amount if in range of the explosion. Also spawns a green slime from each statue if not destroyed. Okay, slime statues have 1/8 of slime god's max HP. Slime God, for red slime, spawns 3 red slimes that will go towards him. Any red slime that reaches the boss will grant the slime god 5% attack damage. Their spawn location is marked on the map, and destroying the slime statues don't stop them from spawning. All damage done to the slime god also deals damage to the closest red slime. So where is this red slime coming from? Oh, that must be this tile. Is that what's happening? Yeah. Okay, so slimes come from there. He's also going to explode green slimes when he does this, and then summon green slimes out of here. So I feel like what we need to do is we need to have... Where's our tanky tank? Silas here? We're going to have you right there. Okay? I want everybody else... We want to be, like, hammering these things as fast as we can. The red slimes are going towards him. So we want to get rid of this, like, ASAP. Get rid of these. Oh, but I also want to place people on here for defense. He should take that defense, obviously. And then he's going to taunt towards this guy. These guys should all run towards this. Let's hope this works. Nice. Okay, sort of. They didn't totally go the way that we were hoping. Oh, but I maybe should have put my stunner on him. That would have made some sense. Okay, so now we only have 2 going for this. We do have these slimes that are definitely going to reach him. But we're handling business here, man. Yeah, I should have put Vinrak up there to be stunning him constantly, but this is still working out great. Now he's going to be getting bashed from the Bash Lord himself. Look at this. Look at his attack speed and attack damage increases from those slimes. That was sick. Okay. Recruiting a hero, possibly. Shrop. Azar. Deals damage to an enemy targeting the further, scales with the amount of shield on Azar. Do you cast shields? Every 4 attacks, the hero is above 25% and does not have a full shield. The hero loses 5% HP, gains a shield equal to 5% max HP. Oh, interesting. I just wish I had somebody that was like a straight up healer, but we kind of have our skills helping us with that. Oh, somebody inflicting frost is nice. Every attack, the hero gains 4% attack speed. Stack resets when changing targets. Let's take you. Now, if I'm looking over here, Silas, our tank, I mean, he's not getting the most amount of damage output. But he is, like, that's not his job either, right? Look, we are getting a lot of healing here. You're getting the healing from that magic potion and lifesteal. You're getting it from the sanguine staff. And you're getting it from that pouch. That's pretty sick. Yeah, that's really nice. The sanguine staff. Who's got that? Heals for 5x the amount of bleed and frost. Yeah, that's pretty good. I do feel like having some frost would be good, but I just don't know who to remove because everybody's kind of dialed in right now. Attack damage and spell power equal to max mana. But again, remember, I'm running out of item slots. You still have 3 things, and you still have 1 thing that you could forge, and you actually have that you could forge. What do you need? You need crit chance, basically. Every 3rd critical strike is dealt to all enemies. This effect does not count as additional attacks or critical strikes. Yeah, I mean, that works. So let's forge that right away so I don't forget. And a relic. All heroes gain 1 attack damage for every trophy that I have, but I want to spend my trophies. All heroes gain lifesteal, that's pretty good. 80% spell power on these hex tile buffs. Choose and duplicate another one of your combat relics. Click on SIFD to see the available relics that can be duplicated. You can cancel this action. I mean... Wait, am I gaining +1 max mana every single fight? Is that what's happening? Hold on a second. No, because this was at 20 before. So I think it's just like that first fight. Oh man, I kind of want to... I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that, and then I can get my little frosty babe in there, you know? Why not? The Frost Lord, Arya. I'll give you a level right away. On cast, all summons gain attack damage and spell power. Every time the hero heals a hero, can be self, by any means, all heroes gain 3 spell stuff, but you don't... Every time that the party applies a stun, the hero gains 8 attack damage and spell power. The amount gained is doubled if this hero applied the stun. Yeah, we're gonna take that. Yeah, Vinrak, dude, you're a beast, literally. Okay, guys, we're into Act 3 here. Hope you're still with me. How do we want to take this? We get some nice drops from those elites, obviously. I just think going into here, we need to plan for probably a campfire. So maybe I go like up here, I upgrade a bunch of our stuff. Yeah, okay. Split between target and nearby foes. Fair. Demonic bolts towards all other enemies. If there are no other enemies alive, it instead sends bolts towards all heroes. Demonic bolts hit the first hero in his path. I'm not exactly sure how to picture that. You don't really have anything on you, unfortunately. Not yet. Who's the scariest here? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put Stunny Vinrak up here. Oh, maybe all this means is when the fight starts, they just they go up to +2. Like he should be at 22 when the fight starts. I want him here. He's gonna go and get through those guys, hopefully. I could even do like this, so have those two working together. Want you back here. Silas. I want him ultimately taunting those two. You stand back here, you stand back here. And then your wolves are coming out. Go. That is devastating. Now this is where things get crazy, I feel like. With these orbs and stuff and trying to track like how they're gonna target people and who they're gonna hit. That is really a challenge. Stun Lord. Look at us, guys. We're crushing right now. This is great. Okay. 4+ mana regen, 50% attack speed. Every 2 attacks, the wearer gains 1 additional mana. On cast, the wearer's mana gets increased, though. Every second, the wearer has a 2% chance per burn and frost on the enemy that has the most of these debuffs to gain 1 mana. That's not bad. I just need, like, items. Let's take the attack speed thing because we want that for her. And that just... The attack speed is like a self-fulfilling thing with her. You know what I mean? Okay, camp. All heroes gain % attack damage equal to the team's defense. Stunned enemies take 100% more damage from all sources. In addition, when the fight starts, apply 14 shocks to all enemies. Ooh. Let's try that. Why? It's changed something that's totally working. I know. I know. All right. Let's look in here. What do we want? Let's go Sanguine Staff. And Burning Sword. And then I'll rest and proceed. So Sanguine Staff. Here's Burning Sword now. Sanguine Staff here. 10x the amount of bleed and frost on enemies. Yeah, baby. Let's go to a star enemy here. Hits heroes in a cone in front of him. This shouldn't be a problem. In theory. I mean, it's not ideal. I think we're just going to be stun locked the entire time. Like, this is insane. And I love this kind of stuff. This little thing, this is like overage and shield and stuff. It's not missing health. Yeah, we're dominating there. Ah, here we go. This is good. So you need... Deals damage in an area centered on her target. Enemies get hit with frost and stunned. So we want her having lower mana, higher attack speed. Casting speed scales with attack speed. Ugh. I think we'll take this. And, let's take that as well. So we're gonna give those both to her. I'm not gonna swap anything. Let's recruit a hero. I'm just basically doing this for the trophies, right? Attack speed's great. Is anyone close to level 4? You are. Every time that a summon attacks, the hero gains 1 spell power and 1 attack damage. Hero gains lifesteal equal to 15% of their defense. It's actually not that bad. Every second attack inflicts burn or frost at random to all enemies. When below 50% HP, attacks consume 2 frost to heal. Oh yeah, dude. Fire and ice for sure. Okay. Am I feeling unkillable right now? Is that how I'm feeling? Orc Spinner. So you're gonna hit all around you, I see. And Demonic Bolts again. Put you there, you there, you there. And these go at the lowest? Oh, they send them towards all other enemies. Okay. Let's do this. Obviously, we're not always going to be able to get our tanks on these things, but it's fine. Taking a lot of damage there, but there comes the big heals. God, this build just got nuts. Vinrak, what an MVP here. It's just insane. 30 HP per second? I mean... if you had a better way of, like, self-healing, that'd be kind of cool. Look at this. Extra 15,000 extra damage dealt from that. Attacks have a 50% chance to inflict burn to all enemies. When the wearer receives damage from any source. I don't have anybody, like, tanking in there right now. So I think we'll do this. And we'll combo that with the musket. And then I'll combo the Haunted Scepter with the gloves for attack speed. But then, so every 2 attacks, the wearer gains 1 mana. So we can cast the things more, but then the mana goes up. But I think that's fine. You come across a room which is completely filled with ooze. The fumes inside or coming out of this place are far from being inviting. However, that being said, these slimes could end up being very lucrative. Gain 600 gold for 10 flame. That's not bad. Fight. If victorious, gain a relic reward and 250 gold. Ooh. All heroes who have a second passive have it replaced with this one. So this would just change them all to have double the initial one. That's everybody. I don't know that. I don't think I want that. I think getting a relic would be nice. Oh god, that's a lot of things. Okay. Increase all enemies' attack speed by 10% in attack damage. So those guys need to drop, like, fast. I feel like, okay, you two should be together. You need to be down there. You're gonna taunt there. And then I actually think this is okay. So you're gonna taunt all this. You guys are gonna go in and hammer this down. Hopefully you guys survive. Hopefully you survive. Good luck. Yeah, okay, I just wanted to make sure I had everybody out. Okay. Little concerned about that. We do have a lot of things that just heal our lowest percentage HP, so it's not that bad. I might be overconfident here, but I don't know if we can die. I don't know if I can die. 2 bleeds on their target to gain a mana regen. On cast, the wearer gains 15 defense. Let's reroll this. Damage here, and more damage per missing HP. Healing received. Ooh. The wearer gains 40% max HP. I just don't have an item to even put this on is the thing. Let me take this for now. Here's our relic. 80% spell power hexes. Ooh, all heroes gain 10% crit chance. Seems great. Unusual present. When the... I don't know why does this show this? When the fight starts, all heroes positioned next to an enemy, 1 hex, gain 60 defense, but all others that aren't gain 60 corruption. Oh, I see. These are like trade-offs. All hero attacks inflict burn, but all heroes lose 30% attack speed. We'll just take the shuriken, thanks. Okay, so you're level 4. How high can this get, man? Omni crit on you. Ooh, interesting. Actually, I don't know if that's that good. On cast, the hero gains 7% crit strike chance, stacks 3 times. At 3 stacks, gains Omni crit. I mean, I feel like that's better. When the hero's crit chance is increased by 5% of their current shield. Oh, I see. When the fight starts, they gain 150 shield. So 5% of 150 is 7%. So I do this. I get 7% right off the bat, and then that just goes up. I think I'll do that. I don't know. Is my math weird? It's possible. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good. These guys in. You tank. You go here. Casters, let's just give you these. You go there. Reset the tank. And go. Man, I feel like having this corrupted mask thing is so strong. That is, like, just to have extra heroes out there? What? I'll just take the attack speed and defense there. Attack speed and crits. Okay, so now, let's give you this. I'll give you this. We'll boost that one. Now I feel like, how greedy do I want to be? I think I'm just going to play it a little safe here. This guy's going to get wrecked. Any single enemy, I think we just absolutely destroy, right? What is his attack? Target nearby heroes. Yeah. Let's taunt this way. Will he even get to attack? Doesn't look like it. Oh my god, I love this kind of stuff. This is awesome. Okay. Crit strike chance. Do we want that on her? Yeah, sort of. Get those water elementals out on Orion. Every attack the wearer consumes shock to gain spell power. No, we want that shock on there. Yeah, we're gonna take the giant battle axe and we're gonna forge that with the leather gloves. I also like that you can just combine these with any item. Like, it could get a lot more complex. It was like, oh, it can only impact gloves or what have you, right? Whenever the hero stuns an enemy, they gain 8 defense and max HP, but you're not stunning anything. Omni crit, and every 3 attacks inflicts frost to all enemies. In addition, critical strikes inflict frost. Yes, let's do that. 5 more HP. Let's go here. Every time the hero casts their active ability, 2 random heroes receive 1 mana. It's not bad. Let's give you a quick shot there. Then we'll go to a star fight. So this is hitting for cones. Put you 2 there. We'll swing in all of these guys like this. We actually ended up attacking a different enemy that I was anticipating there, but it's gonna work out just fine. You see that enrage timer ticking in there. What would fit with you? Pretty much just mana regen. That'll do. Let's reroll these. Let's take that regen staff there. So now let's get rid of the crappier amulet. And I think we'll put in this for the mana regen. Even though the max mana goes up a bit. I think that's significant enough of a change. And then, ooh, is there any of these that we would want to swap? Let's just take trophies. I can probably level somebody here. Beautiful. Crit chance further they are from other heroes. That's not going to work. Generates mana with mana regen. They gain 4 spell power. Fine. Whenever you generate mana and mana regen, with mana regen, deal ethereal damage equal to 65% of attack damage. But every second you get damage for 20. I guess we'll take this then. Critical strikes inflict bleed. Okay, let's go camp. So right now we have all this stun stuff. I feel like going into the boss, we definitely want to keep that. Let's enchant. Maybe Blood Drinker here. Healing Pouch, Assassin's Knife, and Anchor are all fully leveled up. So we'll enchant that. And let's enchant... what else? Giant Battle Axe. Then we're gonna rest. And then we go. Okay. Xena, cast Sapphire Strike, dealing 270 damage to the lowest HP hero. Oh, okay, this is actually a bunch of enemies. Split between nearby heroes. If no heroes are hit by the spell, he instead heals for the same amount. And then you split between heroes hit in a line. So he's gonna... okay. Okay, that's interesting. 270 spell damage to the lowest HP hero, regardless of where they're at, when he does his attack. You also have 2,600 HP, or 26,000, 26,000. So you're gonna do that like every 4 attacks. You're gonna get this off every 3 attacks. I also feel like you're gonna have the capabilities of dealing way more damage, just because if that thing is blasting all the time, it's definitely gonna hit people. Lowest HP now is Arya. I could put her there to get a little bit of defense. And then... if I don't put anyone down here, he's just gonna move. I could put you there so that you get the tanking and the defense. That makes sense. You go here. I'm kind of thinking we just, like, do this. Right? These 2 engage there, sort of. These 3 engage here, try to clear him as fast as possible. Super stun this to prevent all these ruby strikes from coming out. Do I have any empty slots? I do have this, but yeah. Okay, give her. The stuns be stunning. She has that extra defense up there, which is no doubt helping. We're regenning enough here. This guy's not getting to act. He did just get some type of big heal off there. Oh, probably the thing. Whew. Dudes, that was sick. That's my first run, man, and that was awesome. Like, we're on basic difficulty here, but I mean, that's awesome. And there's a lot going on, and you could min-max and sit there and tweak whatever, but like, you know, I'm pretty happy with how that went down. That was awesome. So we got new people here, and what's also cool is like, over time, you're gonna get to know who these people are. Their name's gonna show up, you're like, oh man, yeah, Naomi, we're taking her, it's gonna be perfect, right? Same thing with the items. Yeah, very cool. New challenge unlocked, Wild Flame and Megalodon. So now if I went to the menu, I'm just gonna check here. So here's my stats. Because I abandoned my first run after the tutorial, so I could record this. Pretty cool. Codex, all of your unlocked things. Look at all the different heroes too. All the origins, all the relics. So if I'm in here now, so now these two are unlocked. You can do an endless run. You can do those challenge runs like we saw, Wild Flame, Megalodon, teams reduced, right? The Ascension stuff, now I can go Adept, which is what I would probably do. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this, dudes. I am so totally in. I could probably go through much faster, but the first like 25 minutes, I had to kind of explain a lot of the things. I mean, didn't bother me. I love this kind of stuff. So if you guys are into it, I'm totally down to play more. Check out links down below for you to get the game for yourself on Steam, and we will talk to you next time. Bye for now.